I have died of starvation in 3 lifetimes. Whenever I go for a diet, I fall ill. Now the subconscious is saying, इसको मना कर रहे हैं, that means कि ये starvation हो जाएगा. I will not allow that to happen.
I could also not only access my life, but I could access my between life states where I was looking at a lifetime and reviewing that life.
That always happens. This is an old soul and this is a young soul. So that means that the old soul has more experiences. When she was small, she used to say, मैं तो गांव में रहती थी, तो फिर मैं कहीं जा रही थी, एक ट्रक आया, मैं उसके नीचे आ गई और फिर मैं आपके पास आ.
If my loved one has taken another birth, will I still be able to speak to them?
I can put you so deep into a trance that you won't know what is happening. I can make you write checks in my name.
Just by understanding what you went through in another lifetime and how you change your perception, you can change your present and maybe also your future
I've seen a lifetime where I was the father and I'm the child.
at the same time.
Yeah. So you can go into the future and you can see a talent maybe, or you can see what you were doing, and then if you want, you can start imbibing it in your
Present life.
present life.
I actually went back to 3 lifetimes, and when I went back, I saw Anita, welcome to Soul Safar with Bhav. I'm so excited to speak about this topic with you, which is past life regression, because literally the first book that I ever read and my introduction to the metaphysical or energy or anything of that sort was this book that I read by Dr. Brian Weiss, which was Many Lives, Many Masters. And since then, this must have been at least 25 years back, I have wanted to speak about past life regression and even experience past life regression, which thanks to you, I finally did. And I'm so excited that I can speak with you today and have our viewers learn from your knowledge and benefit from it. Thank you so much for coming to me.
Thank you, Bob, for inviting me here. And believe you me that I'm as excited as you are to talk about this subject, because it is something that is very close to my heart.
Let's jump right into it. What is, for somebody who doesn't know, what is past life regression?
So past life regression, as you know from the word only, past life means going into previous lifetimes and finding out why do we do that? It would be a thing. Why would you want to do a past life regression?
Right.
That when things are not working in my this life and there is no logical answer to why things are not working in my life.
Correct.
That means that the reason is coming from somewhere else.
Right.
So we go looking for the reason, and many times the reason for not things working out in my current life comes from my previous lifetimes.
Right.
So we go into a past life to find out what is the reason, what was the story, what happened. Then I try and set it now, because that story is over. I'm no longer in that story. So I can look at it from outside, I can understand what it is, and then I can change my perception about the story.
Right.
What it does is it stops the backlog that is coming into my life.
Okay.
My current life, I'm carrying something from there. Like right now I'm having this much issue, and this much is coming from some previous, could be not one life, it could be more than one life. So what I'm feeling now is actually this much.
Right.
So then this much goes away and only this much remains. And this I can tackle.
Correct.
Everyone can tackle all the problems, the issues that are of this life.
Correct.
That is how we are meant to be.
Right.
But because there are some things coming from previous lifetimes and we have no clue what they are. So we get people to go into those lifetimes and then sort them out, come to know, understand. Basically it's all about understanding.
Right.
And that is why we do past life regression. All the lives that we access during regression are not very happy lives.
Right.
Because if they were happy lives, then we would not be having that issue in the current life.
Correct.
Okay, so obviously something bizarre would happen to them.
Right.
But there are some people who cannot give control. Okay, but whenever I have had a person like that, I just explain to them what is going to happen, because you are never overtaking anyone. Like, that day you did the king, you were still bhav and you were still just looking, going through it.
Yes.
So you were here, you were there.
Correct.
So the control was always with you,
Correct.
because it is your life. Okay, I'm a therapist, I'm not a tantric. I'm not going to take away your will, and I can do that also. I can put you so deep into a trance that you won't know what is happening. I can make you write checks in my name, but as a therapist, I will not do that.
Because that's ethical.
Yeah, and plus, whatever change you have to make in your life, you have to make it according to your values, not my values.
Correct.
You have to live your life your way. I have to live my life my way. So we will not.
Speaking about past lives and how you can go to those lives and view the events and change the way your mind is currently perceiving them or carrying forward issues. What are the issues that one can address through a regression session?
So, Baba, actually you can address everything or anything. For example, you have relationship issues, diseases, you have financial issues, anything that you can think of.
Okay.
We can work with through regression therapy.
Speaking from personal experience, I've done a regression session, and one of the things that I addressed was my relationship with my mother. And when I went back I went back to 3 lifelines. And when I went back, I saw what she was going through from her perspective. So I understand her more today, and how my relationship with her is now beginning to shift. Is instead of placing blame on her, I'm viewing it from her perspective, and I know, like, okay, it's not personal. This is what may actually be going on in her mind.
Yes.
So I think that's how it has shifted in my head.
I give you another very simple example, that there was a girl who had come to me and she was not getting married. She just could, she really desperately wanted to get married. And then she went into a life of a nun, where she's given this up.
Right.
In a thing like this, where you take a vow or an oath, the vows can carry over lifetimes.
Right.
Curses can carry over lifetimes. Okay, so when now she's a nun, now when she dies, so then we made her understand that was that life. So you break the bond, the thing between this life and that life.
Right.
That vow was for that life, not for this life.
Right.
And then she got married after one.
Wow.
Now whether she's happy or not, I don't know. But she did get married.
When we talk about past life regression, we cannot not talk about reincarnation. And there are lots of different people who have lots of different theories on reincarnation. What is your personal look on reincarnation?
So you see, reincarnation for us is easy to understand because it is a part of our culture.
Correct.
It is a part of at least the Eastern religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, all these we all have. So for me to believe that there's a past life, it's very easy.
Right. Right.
But the funny thing is that all that we have learned, though it's all based on our Hindu philosophy, but we have learned it from the Westerners. So somewhere that means they also believe it. Though in Christianity and in Islam, there is no concept of a past life. But I was talking to someone the other day who's from some very family which is highly, I would say, into it, like intellectual people. So they say that this is an old soul and this is a young soul. So that means that the old soul has had more experiences than the
Young soul.
That means that there have been lifetimes. And if I was to explain to you, it's like my main soul is a big soul. And I, in this incarnation, if it was, let us say, a bucket of water, very easy to, I'm just giving you a very simple example. So I'm only a mug of water from that bucket. And another mug has lived another life, another mug has lived another life. So it's my soul which is taking one life, one birth after the other.
Right.
And sometimes what happens is that at some juncture, it may divide into two things. Like, okay, one story now I will do this way, one story will go this way.
And could happen simultaneously.
Yeah.
So see, this is going to be the next question I was going to ask you, because most people think ki Bhav is one soul. Ab Bhav dies, then Bhav reincarnates again. But it's
Bhav is a part of a bigger soul.
correct. That's how even I look at it.
Yeah.
That it's not Bhav. Bhav is part of soul, like Bada Bhav, and just one small mug comes out of it. And there could be, that's why there are theories where the soul could experience simultaneously at the same time, many lifetimes at the
I've seen a lifetime where I was the father and I'm the child.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I told my teacher and the child also, he says, forget the child, let's finish off the father story. We can't take it too long. But I knew I was the
Child as well. So that's how that works.
that is it's not very common, I would say.
Right.
But maybe my soul wanted to hurry up and said कि let's finish off the story here only. एक कैरेक्टर बन जाए, दूसरा आ जाए, आपस में जो कर्मा है खत्म करो और
हो गया.
हो गया.
That brings me to, because you have worked with so many people, what is your take on karma?
There are two things to karma. One is the action and one is the thought behind the action. It is the thought that is very important. I'll give you an example. See, there is a soldier who's guarding my country and who kills a soldier of another country to protect the country. And there's a guy who comes into your house to loot you and murders you and goes. Both have killed.
Yeah.
Action is same.
Yeah.
But the intention is different.
Yes.
One guy is given the presidential award and one guy is given the gallows.
Right.
So action is important, but the thought behind the action is very, very important. Like in our Vedas and all is written that even the thought, if you have thought of harming someone, you have already created a karma.
So it doesn't have to get manifested into an action. When I've spoken to people who are mediums and channels, they say that the most common question that most people have for them is that if my loved one has taken another birth, will I still be able to speak to them? So this idea of reincarnation actually gives them the answer that yes, because that identity will still remain. The bigger soul will have all these memories, while another part of the soul can reincarnate. Because a lot of people carry this fear that if, say for example, if my partner reincarnates, I'll never be able to communicate with my partner again. But that is not
Your
true.
partner remains your partner.
Correct. So what I'm understanding is just by understanding what you went through in another lifetime and how you change your perception, you can change your present and maybe also your future.
Yes. You see, what happens is that suppose everyone is very bad to me. No one is ever good to me. Then I go into a lifetime where I was the perpetrator. And I have harmed them all together only. Probably I was some ruler somewhere who said, just slaughter all of them.
Correct.
And it could be.
Could be.
So now, when I know that, now I know, okay, this is happening to me because I harmed them in another lifetime. And this time I have chosen to have a life where I'm repaying for what I did.
Correct.
So then my resentment will go. I will not remain in resentment.
Right.
And once I'm not in resentment, then things will not be so bad. Even if it's happening, it will not matter to me.
Correct. And that's how your future changes, because
Yes, my future will change because what I'm doing in my present is shaping my future.
correct.
So if I stop my resentment and I say it's okay, then soon even they will stop them. Because it's all like this,
Right.
You do this, I do this. If I stop, then this will also stop after something.
जैसे ताली एक हाथ से नहीं
हाँ
बजती,
जी,
तो एक हाथ बजाना बंद कर देगा तो दूसरा हाथ भी बजा.
देखो कितनी बारी आपने देखा होगा, if you do, people say things just to उसको चिढ़ाने के लिए, है ना? वो जितना चिढ़ेगा वो उतना और बोलते हैं. जब वो चिढ़ना बंद कर देगा वो भी बोलना बंद
कर देंगे.
कर देते हैं. तो जैसे अब इसको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ रहा, why should we waste our time doing this? Let's look for another thing.
Correct. So when the reaction stops,
Yes.
sometimes the action also stops. That's also the basis of.
So and then we learn to not to react but to respond.
Correct. also experienced in my regression session with you that I could also not only access my life, but I could access my between life states where I was looking at a lifetime and reviewing that lifetime.
That always happens.
And how does that help people?
So you see, what happens is that we say that after we die, there is like 3 days, 4 days. जैसे होता है ना 72 hours. जैसे mostly in every religion you will find कि 72 hours के बाद कुछ ना कुछ करते हैं लोग. So those 72 hours are for us to review our life.
Right.
What basically to leave.
Right.
The body belongs to earth. We'll get a funeral, whatever, we are cremated, whatever. Those tattvas go back to the earth.
Correct.
Okay? The conscious mind will also finish.
Correct.
The intellect of this life. So the subconscious mind, the soul will go back to the main soul, what we call higher self, or you can say Paramatma. मैं आत्मा हूँ और वो मेरी परमात्मा है. And the soul will go, the mind goes into something we call Akashic records. You could say there's a big library, like a vault in the somewhere. I mean, it's a magic where each one of us has a locker.
Correct.
And the mind will go over there. Okay. As a soul, when I go up, I now examine whatever I have done. I mean, literally, I don't know whether how up it is or whatever. Maybe it's here only somewhere. So then we review the life. So it is like up there, I only know love. Only love exists in the metaphysical. And I don't have any other emotions. Why am I coming down here? It's like if you read chemistry, so you read all the things, then you go to the lab to test out.
Correct.
The same thing.
Correct.
So up there I have all the knowledge, but I don't have any experience.
Right.
So I come down on earth, I mean for us who are here on earth, to get experience, earthly experiences.
Right.
So when someone, people say that I want to be spiritual, you're already spiritual. You are not a human who's looking to be spiritual. You're a spiritual being who has come for human existence.
Right.
So we are already spiritual beings. So we have come here for experiences. Then once I die, I have made a story and come. Okay? Now once I die, I go back. It's like I did the experiment and my color, which had to change into pink, didn't change. In the test tube I put something, it didn't change. So same way means it didn't happen according to the textbook.
Correct.
So the same way when I go back, I say this is the plan I made and this is how I should have played it out.
Right.
But no, my God, I did so many wrong things. So let me go back again and create the same story.
Right.
And now try and do it different. But 90% what will happen, I will do 10 more wrong things and go back.
Correct.
So where I was supposed to be having one life for a certain theme, I may have 100 lives on that theme.
Correct.
Trying every time to undo what I did in the past. But those stories are not known to me. Sometimes we don't plan. Sometimes we don't view. I mean, we also can be lazy, as soon as I know. So when we have not done the view properly, that means I have not digested the story. The resentments are still there. That is what we make you do during the therapy. That now you are dead, you are the soul, now tell me what do you think about this life. If you remember, I made
Yes,
this
we did that. So
that review is done in therapy then.
So that means that at those points, I skipped the review as a soul. I did, or maybe didn't do a full review
Yes.
as a soul. Okay.
That is why I'm carrying the resentments.
So this is very close to, there's this concept of the veil of forgetting. That when a soul reincarnates as a human in this on earth, let's just say, that the minute you're coming into this life, there is something called the veil of forgetting, where you forget the goals that you have set, the plan that you have made, the soul contracts that you've done, and anything about a previous life. There are obviously, I'm guessing, some exceptions to it, because some people do remember.
Some people, especially children, remember.
Right.
I have my very good friend Rachna Jog. She's my partner also. We work together. And she remembers her life. She said when she was small, she used to say, I used to live in that village. मैं तो गांव में रहती थी. तो फिर मैं कहीं जा रही थी, एक ट्रक आया, मैं उसके नीचे आ गई और फिर मैं आपके पास आ. एंड दे डिडंट, यू नो, जब इतनी नॉलेज नहीं होती, वी से व्हाट क्रैप दिस चाइल्ड इज टॉकिंग. सो फाइनली our पेरेंट्स मेड her shut up.
My parents used to tell me till I was about 2.5 or 3. I used to tell them कि मैं साइकिल चला रहा था और मेरा एक्सीडेंट हुआ और मैं मर गया. And they would just laugh at me saying कि क्या स्टोरी, लाइक जब लोग आते थे घर पे they used to be like ये सब बोल रहा है, but maybe it's possible that I was remembering my life.
You were remembering. So children do remember.
And till a point where their conscious mind starts becoming more.
Yeah, maybe, and people keep saying, what are you saying? Forget about it now.
I know that when we did a session together, the first question you asked me is, why have you come for the session? What is your intention? What do you want to address through this session? How important is intention setting for a regression session?
Well, intention setting is I would say the most important thing. Once you're setting an intention, the intention is always the positive, what you want to achieve from the session.
Correct.
Okay, so once we have set the intention, that is like a contract. Okay, so once we have a goal or a contract in mind, then we will go straight there.
Right.
We will not go here or there.
Correct.
Intention sets it all, gives it a, I would say, a clear path.
So it's like your GPS system.
Yeah.
You pinpoint the location and then you're
traveling there and not losing your way here or there.
Okay. I know that to regress a patient or a client, you have to hypnotize them. How does the process of hypnosis work?
Being in a hypnotic trance is like being in a meditative trance.
Right.
So what happens in meditation is you go inside yourself.
Correct.
When you go inside yourself, what are you doing? You're looking into your own subconscious mind, and you become still and you try to find answers for whatever's happening in the current life. That is why we are all doing meditations.
Correct.
In hypnosis, it is the same process, but it is very fast.
Okay.
It is same as meditation.
Right.
But like, see, if you were to start doing meditation, and by the time you go into that state where you can really go and access your past lives, it will take you a long time.
Right.
Whereas if you in hypnosis, you can reach that with 5 minutes.
Right.
It's like, one of my teachers, I'd rather the teacher, Yuvraj Bhatia, he says that it's like if you start swimming and you go from the pool, you go towards the deep. Or you go on the diving board and you dive.
Correct.
So when we do hypnosis, it is like diving from the diving board straight into the depth.
Right.
Whereas if you start on your own, if you start doing, you start going from the shallow slowly into the deep, and then having the confidence to remain in the deep.
Right.
I'll tell you that we are hypnotized a lot many times in our life, in our daily life. For example, you take a lady who makes rotis every day. She will be making sabji, she'll be talking to someone, or maybe looking out of the window or listening to a music, but she picks up that amount of atta every day, that thing. She rolls it that number of times, she bellows it, and then and each roti is
The
same, and yet she's not really paying attention to it. So she's in a trance at that time.
Correct.
Because it's all happening automatically. The subconscious has taken over and the work is being done automatically.
So you're saying what we call autopilot is actually being in a trance-like state,
Yes.
which is almost like being in a hypnotized state.
Yeah, you are hypnotized at that time. You're in a hypnotic trance at that time.
Wow. So when you're hypnotizing somebody and when they're regressing, basically they're traveling into their subconscious mind.
Yes.
So they're bypassing the conscious and going to the subconscious. How does that work?
So you see, basically what happens is that we have this conscious mind and subconscious mind. My conscious mind is my intellectual mind.
Okay.
All the logical reasons for the illogical things happening in my life are in the subconscious. Because all my stories are in the subconscious, my previous stories.
Okay.
Okay? It's like the conscious mind is making a path for itself and going into the subconscious mind, and it is taking out, it is now looking at things and saying, okay, this is the story that is important. It's like my intellect is now seeing what is in my subconscious and understanding it.
So you're basically saying that your subconscious carries stories not only from this lifetime, it carries stories from many other lifetimes, and then it creates experiences and situations.
So you see, as I said, the conscious mind is the thinking mind.
Yeah.
Huh? So whenever something happens to me, I have my first, what am I thinking about it? And what am I feeling about it? Finally, what happens that throughout the day, whatever happens, I'm taking in those experiences. Then when I sleep, there's something we call the critical filter.
Okay.
So wherein all my belief systems are there. So according to my belief system, the experience that I had, is it positive or is it negative? Okay. For example, if there is a terrorist and he throws a bomb at some place and there's a lot of chaos, a lot of people get killed, for the guy, what experience is it? It is a very positive experience. For the guy who's done the bombing, it's a positive experience. For the victims, it is a negative experience. So in the world, there's nothing good or bad, right or wrong. It is all depends on my own perceptions. Okay.
Right.
So then those stories go into the subconscious about how I feel about something. Okay. And what happens is that whenever something happens to me, in 0.004 seconds, I access my subconscious and I say, has it happened to me before? If it has happened, how have I responded to it?
Right.
Okay, and then I respond. This is also a very normal experience for us, that we always go into our memory, because the subconscious mind is very large. Like I would say it is 10 times more than the conscious mind. Okay, it is a storehouse of all my memories.
Right.
And one of the main work of the subconscious mind is to keep me alive.
Right.
So it will never let me do something which it fears will bring death to me. And that experience could be an experience of a previous lifetime. For example, whenever I go for a diet, I fall ill. So I said, let me find out why is it. I have died of starvation in 3 lifetimes. So diet, when I go to a dietitian, the dietitian will say, don't eat this, don't do this, don't do this. So now the subconscious is saying, isko mana kar rahe hain, that means ki ye starvation ho jayega. So I will not allow that to happen.
So if somebody has died in a previous lifetime of drowning, they would have a phobia of water?
Yeah, I mean, need not
they
have.
could. Yeah.
Could have. Plus, they could have a breathing problem because they have died by not being able to breathe.
Right.
So they could have that.
Basically, the subconscious is the one that is making up belief patterns, that is forming a lot of it controls a lot of how we live our day-to-day lives.
Yes. I tell you about this. I had a client who died, who came to me. She's a young girl, and she says, for my work, I have to go to the States very often, but I can't fly that long. So she takes a break, and she goes there in 3 days. Okay. So when I regressed her, she went into a life where she has just died. She was a man, and she has just died of a heart attack in the flight. And no one has even known that this person is dead, sleeping and just died. So now flying is equal to death, and has flown for a long time and then died, maybe after 4 hours or something, has died in the flight. So any flight more than about 3-4 hours,
She can't take.
can't take.
If somebody recognizes a pattern like this,
Yeah.
how do you go and help them resolve that?
So you just go into the reason why this pattern is there.
Right. So you saw that this happened in that lifetime, and you break the continuity.
Yes.
So it will not like you calibrate the subconscious.
Yes. Also, sometimes someone says, comes for some issue, but a totally different thing opens up. Spontaneously something will open up.
Correct.
Which means that actually this person needed to address this particular thing before anything else, but they hasn't realized it.
So your subconscious knows, and that's what it will open up first. There are many myths that people have about hypnosis and regression sessions. and I'd like to speak to you about it.
Yeah, please.
First one because of our pop culture and how we've seen it in films. They're like जब मेरे आगे आप ऐसे pendulum वो करोगे
That
I'll
is
get
the way of doing it.
हाँ
And you know the funniest part is people will say, "नहीं नहीं नहीं मेरी आँखों में मत देखो." When they know ना you're a therapist, don't look into my eyes. You know, I said no, I will look into your eyes and make you into a monkey, right? What luck! These are all, of course, with the pendulum you can get hypnotized. But as I said, you don't need to hypnotize. You're already there.
right
When you're talking about something, you're already up in regression.
right.
So you are
कोई pendulum की
your
जरूरत
trance is already there.
One of the other things is, what if I can't get out of the hypnotic state? That's the
Of course, you can. Where you know, it's more like what people say is, what if I'm not able to come back? You know?
What if I get stuck in a life?
So where are you going? You're going nothing.
Huh.
You're doing nothing. You're just, you know, all the stories are there with you.
Right.
no? Right now, you're focusing on this story. It was not known to you. Now you're seeing this movie. So a very easy command that whenever you are okay, you're back in the here and now is enough to bring you back.
Correct.
Or we can count you out by just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're out of the trance.
Right.
It's very easy. No one gets stuck in a hypnotic trance or anything.
Okay. Another one is, what if I get so deep in my hypnosis that the therapist will take advantage of me?
See, whenever someone goes to the therapist, one of the most important things is trust. Okay? You have to trust me.
Right.
If you don't, then don't come.
Correct.
Because as a therapist, you see, जैसे doctor है, there will be a doctor who will remove people's kidneys. है ना?
Yeah.
जैसे वो the patient will get up and say what happened here, वो गरीब लोगों की किडनी ले लेके बेच देते, वो भी तो डॉक्टर ही है ना.
Correct.
तो ये तो डिपेंड करता है on the moral of the person you are going to.
Absolutely. That is.
And you know what? At least in a therapeutic, when we do regression, we don't take you that deep. Because it is you who has to understand the story.
Yeah.
Your intellect has to understand the story, means your conscious mind
Yeah.
has to understand the story, has to come up with a conclusion about the story, has to now decide what will I do in my future life.
Correct.
What will I do from now? So if I put you so deep and there's a whole story, you say, what is the use of that story?
Correct. True. And I want to tell people from my personal experience is that you never lose control. You are always aware of what is happening. It's not like you said, ki I'm completely gone. The conscious bhav is always
Is it-
present. And I can always choose to be like, Anita ji ho gaya, main koi aur nahi.
Yeah, you will not maybe even tell me many things.
Yeah.
And that is why people are saying, nah, I don't get hypnotized.
Right, exactly. Also, another thing I want to tell people is that it's not like you will suggest something to me or give me a scenario and push me in a direction. It's the thing comes from me. I am saying that this मैं ये देख रहा हूँ,
हाँ.
मेरे साथ ये हो रहा है, आप कुछ नहीं.
मैं तो आपको बोल रही हूँ, आप कहाँ क्या हो रहा है,
Correct.
है ना? आप कहाँ हो? Are you a male? Are you a female? Are you a child? Are you old? Are you young?
Yes.
What type of clothes are you wearing?
Correct.
You know, what do you do? I'm asking you those questions. I'm not telling you you are a king and you are this or you are a beggar or you are this.
Correct.
That story you are coming up.
And to come up with those answers, my conscious mind has to be.
No, it is not your conscious mind.
No,
Yeah,
to
your
make the
conscious
words
mind is
and
making the
sentences.
words.
That's what I'm
Because you
saying.
know, someone told me that I went into regression and that person, when they asked the date, I said BC. How will that fellow know I'm in BC? So I said, no, it's your current one who's talking, na?
Correct.
That fellow didn't know English,
Correct.
but you are interpreting and talking in English, no?
Exactly. I also know that self-hypnosis is very widely spoken about, and a lot of people practice self-hypnosis to cure themselves or help themselves in many areas of their life. What is your view on self-hypnosis?
So you see, basically, what they are doing is they are creating fresh files in the subconscious.
Okay.
Means something negative was happening and then I keep saying I'm a happy person, I'm a happy person, I'm a happy person. So from that unhappy file, I'm trying to create a happy file. So instead of me going to someone to get into a trance to do that, I learn how to hypnotize myself. Okay? This is very good if used positively.
Right.
I'm always very particular who I'm going to teach self-hypnosis to and who I'm not going to teach
Right.
self-hypnosis. Because sometimes, then in a low state, you can do yourself how it's. So self-hypnosis is just a process. It's a very easy process. And now I know, like mera to hota hai, I just need to take 3 deep breaths. Actually, in the second breath only I am now. Because I practiced it so much
Right.
that I can do that to myself. So people practice how to go into a trance. Again, as I told you, it is just a meditative trance, like a meditative trance. So you're going deep into yourself and you're putting positive suggestions.
Right.
That is what it is meant for.
Right.
It is very difficult to heal your own life, let me tell you. Because if you have thrown yourself into a गड्ढा, अपने आप गड्ढे से निकलना तो मुश्किल है ना, थोड़ी हेल्प होगी तो आराम से
Better.
निकल सकते. So that would involve too much of, I would say, expertise,
Right.
which most of us don't have.
Right. I find it very scary because why I asked you this question is I have a friend who looks at YouTube videos and she has learned self-hypnosis. And I'm just like, agar atak gayi wahan par, you won't know how to do it. There's no experienced practitioner. You need that.
You should always, these are things I feel that you should always go to an expert, learn from them. They will guide you, kya karo, kya na karo, and then do it.
Correct. So like there is past life regression where you can regress to the past. Is there a way that you can also regress to the future?
We do future progression. Okay? Future progression is, see, what is happening is that in my subconscious mind is not the intelligent mind. So for it, a book I have read, a movie I have seen, a reality, what has happened, it's all the same.
Right.
So that is why self-hypnosis is helping. No, I'm putting new files. As I told you, the subconscious mind will always try to behave how it had behaved previously because that will keep it alive. So to bring in a new habit, a new thing, we do go into the future. You can go into the future of this life. You can also go into the future of, like, let us say, like I say that, okay, see what you would be probably doing in the future, maybe 500 years.
Have you tried that?
Yeah, I have tried.
Can you
say go on?
And are you comfortable enough to share what you saw?
Yeah. So I saw whatever I was doing. I mean, I was, of course, in I suppose, बहुत future में ना, there won't be too many things to, like, will be much purer than what we are now. And there was, like, I was a person who was arranging, like, you could say meditations for people. That is what I saw myself as.
Okay.
And then, of course, the whole scenario was different. It looked very different.
Right.
Whatever place I was in.
Right.
I tell you another very interesting story that I had attended a seminar and a teacher told us that once a doctor had come to him and he said that, he had his people, it was in Brazil, and his family had actually sent him to become a priest.
Okay.
So this fellow, when he said, when I would lie in the bed, I would feel one eye is watching me. And he says the life was so controlled there that you were being watched all the time that finally he ran away from there. And then he studied and he became a doctor. So he went into a future life like this, like I went into what I was doing. He was a carpenter and he used to make religious artifacts in the future.
Okay.
So what he did, when he got out of it, he bought all tools and he started doing carpentry. Just because he said, future mein toh hai, let me try and do it here. So he made a very big rosary, huge rosary. And in that town, in a certain season, there's a big cross over there and they put the rosary on the cross. And his rosary has been put for 3 years consequently. So you can go into the future and you can see a talent maybe, or you can see what you were doing. And then if you want, you can start imbibing it in your
Present life.
present life.
But how will that help? Because that art maybe hasn't set in yet.
Yeah, I'm just giving you an example, but why would you want to go into a future life actually?
Because I feel that human beings always want to know the future. Why do we go to an astrologer?
So then future progression of this life do we do?
Uh,
After you see what happens in the, like you said, how does a session go? Then suppose my session was that I want to feel, let us say, I become very nervous when I'm in the public and I can't speak. So then after the session is over, like all the things have been worked, then I'll say, okay, so now imagine you are in the public and you are going to speak. So what are you doing now? So that person can make out that she can
Speak.
then that memory has already been created in the subconscious that I can speak. It happened with my daughter recently. In her work, she has to give presentations and all. And she always says that for the first 4-5 seconds, something nervousness happens, which people may not be able to make out, but she knows. And then it takes off. This time we did an FC for her, not a regression session. And it showed up in that she had been killed. She was a minister, and because she spoke the truth, the king got her killed. You know, she spoke it in the darbar. Probably if she had spoken it, if that minister had spoken in confidence alone with the king may not have felt so bad and not gotten killed. But because he said it openly in the court,
Right.
the king felt very insulted and got him killed there only.
Oh.
So when that got over, this time when she said, wow, I was one of the best speakers and I spoke at every possible chance I got.
So just for our viewers, you mentioned FC, that is family constellation.
Yeah.
That's a different modality that
Yeah.
Anita follows, and we can talk about that at length because I've also experienced that. Maybe we'll do an episode with you on family
Maybe we can do a constellation for all of them.
Wow, I'm not sure if everybody's ready for it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you know, they are both the same. Like everything ends up in going into the past and finding out the reason.
Okay.
So see, the reason for her not being able to speak is somewhere there.
Also, always wondered whenever I've heard of regression, and actually, to be honest, when I came for a regression session also, there was this question in my mind that when I regress to a life, will I be able to change something there? Because there are a lot of movies that do that also. If I change something there, something will change here. Is it possible to alter something?
See, what will you alter? It's already over. What you are altering is your perspective about that story.
Right.
You can't undo. If I ate an egg in the morning and suddenly I say, no, I was a vegetarian and I don't want to eat that egg, now can I do it? Do anything to it? No.
No.
But I can say, okay, it was my mistake. Okay, let me, whatever it is. So I can never change what happened
Before.
Even 1 hour before whatever happened, I can't change. But I can change my perception about it.
Correct.
So where in the past life I died feeling a victim, or I died feeling guilty because I was the commander of the forces and so many people died because of me, I can remove that guilt. I can remove that victimhood.
Right.
And that is how my current life changes. Because then that guilt from my current life goes away, or that victimhood from my current life goes away.
If for our viewers, you have to give them one tip so they don't carry forward their trauma of today to the future, could be the future of this life or to multiple future lifetimes, what is the one tip that you would give our viewers?
I would say let go of resentment. Because resentment is, it really takes you down. You can't do anything. And I would say don't even carry today's story into tomorrow.
Correct.
So if every day just before sleeping, just review what happened in the day. Then we won't need a review at the end of the life too long.
Correct.
Okay, so if I say, okay, so this happened to me today, so and so said this and I felt very bad. What can I do about it? I can say, okay, now tomorrow let me talk to that someone. And let me say this is what I felt.
Right.
Okay? Or I can say that, okay, let me give this person some leeway. Maybe usko बेचारे को वो घर से लड़के आया होगा. We don't know, Because जब भी हम किसी को देखते हैं, if someone is angry, if someone is being bad to someone, we always say, oh, this person is very bad.
Yeah.
But we don't know कि वो किस circumstances से आ रहा है.
Correct.
है ना? So let me think about it. Let me do that. And what did I do today that I could have probably hurt someone? So रोज की कहानी अगर हम रोज रात को खत्म कर दें तो that is the best thing.
Correct.
But resentment is what carries forward
Right.
because I have written my own story. है ना? And I have come down. I have got no reason to be resentful.
Right. So I would actually look at this as an investment in yourselves. You call it current self, future self, or anything of that sort. Like you said, it's not going to harm me. Even if the story comes from wherever, it coming from me, it's like an investment in myself so that I don't repeat patterns that are bothering me tomorrow. Let's not even talk about a future lifetime. If a pattern is bothering me today and if I can break it today, that means I have gained from it.
Yes, certainly.
So that's how I'm looking at past life.
I look at all these regressions as a big boon to me. Whenever I get a therapy done, I feel I've done myself so good
Right.
because I've let go of so much of victimhood, so much of guilt. We keep carrying so much of guilt also, you know.
Yeah.
I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd done that. You know, because what happens that we do something and then later we get more inputs. And then we say, oh, I wish I'd done that instead of it. But at whatever time I did whatever was best. That's what I thought.
Correct.
So it helps me to get over that guilt because
Correct.
guilt makes me punish myself.
Correct.
Guilt doesn't allow me to be happy.
Right.
है ना? Resentment again makes me remain unhappy. अगला तो खुश रह रहा है और
मैं कुर्ती जा रही.
that is what happens.
Yeah.
You know, it is so amazing how people will come and say, you know, I mean, I'm talking of ladies, I'm a lady myself. You know, when I got married, my mother-in-law did this. How long did you get married? How long? But 20 years. Are 20 years, you are still carrying on with that. So what have I done? You know, I have allowed my mother-in-law into me, into my space, to hurt me even when she's not there. She's even passed on, but I am feeling hurt. Or what she said to me 20 years ago, how stupid I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I need to let go of that resentment, na?
Correct.
She's not coming every day to say that to me.
Correct. I'm reliving it again.
I am reliving it, and वो इतना था, वो मैंने उसको भी इतना बना दिया.
We spoke about review, and I think I feel the need to share with the audience one of the things that came up in my life review, and I think it will help them as well. When we did a life review and after we tied all the knots, the one thing that was circulating constantly in my head, and I remember saying that to you, was the statement that was, it is safe to love. And you said just fill yourself with that statement of it is safe to love, it is safe to love. And I can't tell you after that day how peaceful I just am with myself, with all of my relationships, because love is not just romantic love. We love so many different people in so many different ways. So I want to tell you guys, it is safe to love. It is part of my review and I hope it helps you too. Anita, what you've done today is made the 10-year-old Bhav so happy by speaking about regression, past life regression. We are talking about past life regression, but that current 10-year-old Bhav who always wanted to speak about it and explore this. And I can't thank you enough for doing this for me and for the 10-year-old Bhav. So both of us are really thanking you. Thank you so much for giving me your time and coming and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you, Bhav, so much for calling me, letting me, because this is a subject that is I'm very passionate about. So I love to talk about it, and thank you for giving me this platform. And I hope that people who listen to this and see this, I hope they get benefited by it.
I am 100% sure they are really going to be benefited. Thank you so much, Anita.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any creator needs your love and support to grow and reach a larger audience. And that is why I would request you to like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video below, because you never know who is going to benefit from this content. Also, please don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified every time we drop a new video.